Hello, students. I was in bed after watching the news and then I couldn't sleep. So I dragged myself here, turned on all the lights, and I just felt like I absolutely needed to say something. Now, I know this isn't going to come out so eloquently because I haven't rehearsed it and I'm just going to talk from the heart. Do you see what's going on here? Live stream continues in a moment. You know what's going on? Advertising. During the news, advertising by the beef industry, all of the meat industries, the dairy industry, and the egg industry. They're the ones who pay the bills. And that's why we're not learning the truth about what's really going on with climate change and how we can, as individuals, make an impact to change that.
Raging fires, rushing floodwaters, and more frequent heat waves. It's all going to become more common in the years ahead. And it's all because of human activity. Just some of the main takeaways from a new UN climate change report out today. One the Secretary General calls a code red for humanity. Well, to talk more about these issues, we're joined by Catherine Hayhoe, a climate scientist and chief scientist for the Nature.
Okay, so they literally said it was a code red for humanity. So now we have here the guy on the way left there, Ian Hannah-Mansing. He's the reporter. Then we have this climate scientist and this other climate reporter. Now watch how ridiculous this conversation is.
Nature Conservancy, and Kendra Pierre-Lewis, a climate reporter with Gimlet's How to Save a Planet podcast. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
And Kendra, let's start with you, although I'll ask both of you this question. You know, thinking of our viewers have probably heard all day today the headlines about red alert and climate.
Oh yeah, red alert. Yeah, like that, all that thing. Yeah, we've heard about that all the time.
Emergency and
it's a fucking emergency.
They've all sounded very dire.
That's because it is a dire situation.
How would you sum up what this report means?
Maybe I'm a little bit kind of Pollyannish these days, but for me,
how about you don't be?
the biggest takeaway is that we still have time to act on climate.
They literally said it was a fucking emergency. The fuck's your problem? You know how hard it was for me to find these people's names? Because they don't have any proper titles underneath them. There's no name here. I had to Google and try and find all kinds of combinations. Like, I'm fucking tired. I want to be in bed right now. And I have to get up and be the reporter? I am just a middle-aged woman here in the middle of suburbs. Why are these guys not doing their job? Fuck. Okay. Starting off with Ian Hannah-Mansing, who had this tone of like, oh, we're just so tired of hearing about it. How about you give us a positive spin? Like, what bullshit? Kendra. That's her. Okay? That's the best that I could find of the spelling of her name. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck the other woman who's about to talk. And fuck you to Justin Trudeau. I'll be showing you these signs a little bit more. I just wanted to get that started and out of the way.
Change. That we're not sort of past the point of no return.
We're not past the point of return? Point of no return? They are literally sounding a code red, and everybody doesn't give a shit. Nobody cares about the future of the world, of the planet, their own children. There are forest fires everywhere. The polar caps are melting. Do you know how many animals are dying? You don't give a fuck about the animals, do you? You know, every time there's a fire, does anybody think about all the animals that are being displaced and running for their lives with their babies behind them? It's devastating. All you care about is your own personal little spot on the world. Well, guess what? We don't own this planet. We are only borrowing it from the future generations. And you know what else pisses me off? It's all the young people who think that this is a big joke. I'm going to be dead. All these people are going to be dead. You're the ones who are going to have the problem. I am trying to help you.
Still things we can do to mitigate and avoid the worst effects.
And Catherine, what about you?
My response would be similar. The biggest takeaway is that the future is in our hands.
That's right. So are you talking about how we should stop eating meat, dairy, and eggs? Since this has a giant eco footprint? It's like the elephant in the room. Are you talking about that?
It's up to us what the future will look like.
Yes. Are you vegan?
Now, the window of time we have to make that decision is closing fast.
Yep.
Some impacts are inevitable because they've already happened.
That's right.
But overall, we still are able to avoid the very worst if we act now.
Who's going to act now? You? I don't hear you talking about veganism at all. I've never heard you talking about veganism every time I hear you.
And that is a message to energize us and to give us hope.
Okay.
We don't need hope. We don't need fairy tales. We need action. We don't need to keep talking.
So, Catherine, let's talk about specifics here. What are some of the things that people who are watching here in Canada ought to be doing?
Oh, good. So this is the part where they're going to talk about the meat, dairy, and egg industries, right? And how we should just start banning these right now and stop giving subsidies to them, and how we should be giving subsidies to people who are growing actual food and not bodies that are going to be murdered, right? Oh, I can't wait for this.
Well, we often think I'm just one person, and this is
One person can do a lot. One person like me has 70,000 followers just for sitting here and trying my fucking best.
some global issue. I'm not a prime minister or a CEO or a celebrity. What can I?
That's right. And so you can do something. Everybody can do something. When you're in the store, veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in your shopping cart. Because peace, world peace, and ending climate change, peace and all of that begins on your plate. So open up your heart and fucking do something.
I do. It turns out the single most important thing that each of us can start with is talking about it.
Talking? Are you fucking kidding me? How many years have we been talking? Is anybody listening to Greta Thunberg? Is anybody listening to the actual climate scientists who are not influenced by these industries? People like you, look at your face. Oh, how about we talk about it some more? Like, you know, if there's a fucking burning building in your neighborhood, how about we all talk about it? I wonder what we should do. Maybe we should take out the water pistols and just like burn, you know, just attack it that way. Oh yeah, or maybe we should just throw a little bit of dirt on it. I'm not sure. I don't know. But you know what? Let's just go watch some other YouTubers who are just more fun. Let's just go, you know, go and buy some ice cream while we think about it. How about we have a burger while we think about it? Fucking morons.
Having a conversation about why it matters and what we can all do to help fix it in our place of work, our school, our place of worship, our neighborhood.
You're at work. Are you telling everybody that you're vegan right now? This is your job. You are on the air. You are literally on the news. Are you telling everybody to stop eating meat? I don't see you doing that. There's not even a conversation going on. Unbelievable.
Community. What we can do is pretty much anything. The sky's the limit.
And okay, how about you name those things? Go ahead. Talk about how when we go to the store, we should not be buying cow's milk. Are you going to say that? How we should buy oat milk and soy milk. Just do this, okay? Do it. Don't buy dead animals in the store. When you see lobsters in the store, yell that there's animals being tortured here. Do something. Don't just sit there.
Conversation is the very first place to start, and it's something that we can all do.
We have been talking and talking and talking. We need to do something.
I'm going to come back to you on that, but Kendra, let's go to you right now. What sort of things?
Look at her face. I just said something really smart. I just said that we should be talking about it. Yeah. How about we go and have a burger and talk about that? Yeah, let's have some sausages. Let's have some dead animals. Yeah, let's talk about it. No, we need action. We need vegan animal rights activists to talk about what's going on with the animals and the climate and human health. All of it. We need to stop watching bullshit Olympics and shit that has nothing to do with anything to help the world. We need to stop drowning ourselves in fake reality TV shows. We need to stop drowning ourselves in video games. Stop smoking ourselves to death and drowning ourselves in alcohol. Wake the fuck up, people. Wake the fuck up. Here's your report cards, all of you. And you, Ian Hannah Singh, you're not saying anything. Are you vegan? Are you calling them out and saying, excuse me, Miss Scientist Woman, how about we tell everyone that they should be vegan? Is that a good idea? No, you're not saying that, are you? Why? Oh, because you're going to get fired if you talk about not supporting the meat, dairy, and egg industries? Is that why? Too fucking bad. Get yourselves, all of you, fired. Do what you have to do. And Justin Trudeau, our prime minister, where the hell is he? Still wearing fur? How is it that in our own country here in Canada, he is wearing Canada Goose fur and everybody is protesting like crazy and he's like, oh, look at my fur. And his whole family has pictures of them wearing this dead animal around them. Where is our prime minister to say, we need to start eating more veggies, fruits, nuts, seeds, pastas, legumes? Where are all of these people leading us to the proper websites to help people along the way? Go to bosch.tv, learn the truth, go to don'twatch.org. So, Fuck you to Justin Trudeau, who should declare that he is vegan, who should tell us that his whole family is becoming vegan, and everybody should become vegan and start giving a shit. Personal responsibility. We can't just keep blaming all of these industries and government. Do something yourselves. All three of you, I call on all three of you to declare that you're going to be vegan, and then fucking do it. Don't just bullshit. And it's not about food. It's about the animals. It's about the planet. It's about the future of our world. Catherine, hey-ho, fuck you. You didn't do your job. Kendra, fuck you. You didn't do your job. Ian, you're not tough enough. Be tougher. Be vegan from now on. All of you. I'm going to bed.